Hello?
Hello, is that Mrs. Sam Hain?
Well, actually, it's Mrs. Sawin. But it's okay. Hi, how can I help you?
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, Mrs. Sawin. Yes, this is Principal Some Guy from your son's school.
Oh, hello, Principal Some Guy. How can I help you?
Just calling to check in on your son Damien, because he hasn't turned up to school today.
Yes, well, it was a little bright this morning for my little fallen angel.
Ah, I see. There are a few other little issues, though, I would like to bring up with you about your son.
Oh, I see. Well, what is it he's doing wrong, particularly?
Yes, well, we've had a few, shall we say, issues with Damien. First thing is, he does an awful lot of smiling.
He's smiling. Well, that's nice.
Yes, well, you'd think so, but not the way that he does it.
So you want me to tell him to stop smiling?
Yes, if you could ask him to stop smiling, that would be wonderful. The second concerning thing is he does seem to spend an awful lot of time in the woods just outside of the school grounds, which is rather forbidden.
Oh dear. I hope he hasn't started smoking.
Yes, if only it was that simple.
Well, he has always been quite the woodsman. Does enjoy the outdoors. Just a child of nature.
But I have to say the most concerning and most shocking thing is that, well, recently we've had a few reports of pets in the local vicinity of the school going missing. And each time it's brought up with the student body, Damien seems rather happy with the outcome that the pets are missing.
Oh dear.
And we hadn't linked this to him until the other day. Some students here went to feed our pet rabbit, Mr. Fluffy.
I'm just going to feed Mr. Fluffy.
Mr. Fluffy!
Ooh, well, that doesn't sound like him at all.
Yes, I was just wondering if you've seen any of these concerning things in your own home. Have you ever worried about any of Damien's activities? Does he ever do anything in a harmful way to animals and things that you've noticed?
Stop wriggling, you stupid chicken! Utaragma, Ajamaka, Utabaka.
Hold on a moment, Principal.
Ajamaka, Utabaka, Utaragma, Hudabaka, Edbaka, Hudabaka, Edbaka, Hudabaka.
Hello, are you still there, Mrs. Sally?
I'm going to have to call you back, Principal Some Guy. It does seem that my son might accidentally be opening the portal to hell. Yes. Okay, bye. Oh. Damien Sawin! What have I told you about opening up portals to hell? Stop summoning demons into this house!
Oh, Mum! It's not a real demon! It's Distortions!
Oh, it's from Distortions.
Then rock on, my little hellspawn.
Hey guys, it is I, Halloween Dan, coming at you with another video about some cool spooky stuff. And today we are talking about my most favourite Halloween prop and animatronic manufacturer, Distortions Unlimited. Once again, they've come in at a fast pace, bringing us something absolutely mesmerising. So let's talk about it. So only yesterday, literally as I was sat just relaxing after a long day of work, I came across a post from Distortions Unlimited, which always sends a little shiver of excitement down my spine. And my God, I was not disappointed. In fact, saying my God is kind of ironic, really, because this is the Demon Legend. So once again, we've got another new addition to the Legends lineup coming out of Distortions. I think this is the fourth one since like November that we've seen. And every time they release a new one, I'm kind of like, they've outdone themselves. Oh no, now they've outdone themselves. Oh, hang on a second. Now they've outdone themselves. But actually, now they have absolutely just thrown away the rule book and started afresh. Because if you are frightened of the devil and frightened of the idea of going to hell one day, then this probably is not the prop for you, because this is the embodiment of it. I'm not gonna lie. This is a demon that literally ticks all the demon boxes. There's absolutely no mistaking what this is supposed to be, what it fears it's supposed to bring out in people. It is 100% an unadulterated demon. We don't really, even at this point, need to talk about the artistry that goes into the props that Distortions manufacture. It kind of goes without saying. Everything they do is absolutely mind-blowingly well detailed. But this is actually astounding. I almost don't know where to start on the level of detail that's gone into this. And also I don't think I ever would say that a demon was beautiful thing, but it actually is. The artistry in this, I just can't get over it. So we've got this incredibly tall demon prop. I think Ed says he's like 7 to 8 foot tall. I suppose it depends on whether you measure him from the horns or from his head. He's on a very solid looking base as well. And then you've just got this, to be honest, if you remove the horns and you take off all the demon-like look to this guy, he is an old, decrepit, creepy looking old man. That's what he is. He's a creepy looking old man. But then you've got these demon eyes. He's got like cat's eyes that are burning red and orange. He's got the horns coming out of his head are so well detailed. They're like cracked and they just look creepy and dark, and where it's broken out through the skin, you've got all these cracks around it, and forehead's kind of wrinkled. Like, this guy is not here to play. You know, this is not a guy who's just come for a fun afternoon or an afternoon picnic. This guy is evil. The body details too are insane. We've got these quite muscular arms, this quite muscular body, but then this kind of where the pectorals would be, we've got this kind of flattened skin section, which really looks really weird. So he kind of looks like malnourished at the same time as being kind of jacked. It's a real weird contrast. The veins popping on these arms. Bodybuilders work for decades to get veins like that popping out of their arms. This guy just has them naturally. This is au natural. No steroids were needed here. There's a really cool detail I like where the horns are not just coming out of this guy's head. You've got horns coming out of the shoulders too. So really, really quite, just in case you weren't sure, this is a demon-like devil creature. We've got now horns coming out the shoulders too. And then he's wearing kind of almost like armor. So he's got pieces of like sharpened armor on his forearms. He's got like a creepy sort of metallic belt, and he's wearing like a loincloth, I think you would describe it as. The belt itself is really well detailed. It looks like an old crisp piece of leather, and then it's got this skull detail with like fanged teeth. He's holding chains like he's come to take you to hell, this guy. You know, this is really, really intense. And he's also wearing this cool cape as well, which also has these chain details and this skull detailing on that. That in its own right, I would buy that. Like, I would buy that cape and wear it around the house on a lazy Sunday. Of course, as all good demons should have, he's got hooved feet. And just, the colouring of this as well is quite subtle. It could have been like bright, vibrant red, almost like lipstick red, but it's not. It's kind of like a subdued, like a lighter flesh tone with some redness. It always looks like someone who's been out in the sun for too long and let themselves crisp and given themselves a sunburn. Because it's like the sun hasn't reached certain bits of him. But clearly that kind of makes sense. This is a being from hell. There's lots of flames and fire there. It almost looks like scorched skin. That's the way this looks, and I like that detail. They've thought about that. They could have just gone bright red or given it some other kind of weird demonic color, but they haven't. They've thought about that coloring, and they've gone, yeah, this kind of strange sort of skin tone, but not a skin tone, like a burnt skin tone. But it's that head, isn't it? That face, that head mold is absolutely incredible. The pointy ears, the dried up, crusty mouth that just looks like it's about to spew violent words towards you. It just looks like he's really angry, like he's just met you on the worst day of his life and he's about to punch whoever gets too close. This really is truly incredible. And I've said it about so many of Distortions props. I mean, I just keep on reiterating the same thing, really. There's nothing more to say. That is absolutely incredible. And whether you would have preferred to see this as an animatronic or not, I think I actually would like to see this as an animatronic. But again, there is something about this Legends range, and I think it definitely lends itself to this particular prop, that he is just kind of menacing and stood silently still. Maybe some movement might have been really cool in this, but I actually think there's something even more menacing about this guy just sort of being stood in a menacing pose, looking like he's about to devour your soul. You know, this is an incredible looking demon. And though I've never ever wanted to bring a demon into my home, I think this might be the first time. Yeah, let's go summon this demon, everyone. Yay! Actually, no, don't listen to me on that. That's probably not a good thing to say. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this really short one today. I hope you enjoyed looking at that incredible demon. A sentence I'd never thought I'd say. And I will see you in the next one. Keep it spooky. Bye.